Henry Turner and the mystery of the missing sister. Chapter 8. Aftermath. With the case closed and the main culprits behind bars, the city began to return to a sense of normalcy. For Detective Henry Turner, the aftermath of such a high-profile case brought both relief and reflection. A hero's welcome. Upon returning to the precinct, Henry was greeted with applause and cheers from his colleagues. The successful resolution of the case had bolstered the department's morale and reputation. Chief Harris commended Henry and his team for their exceptional work, highlighting the dedication and bravery displayed throughout the investigation. Detective Turner, Chief Harris said during a brief ceremony, "Your relentless pursuit of justice and your commitment to protecting this city are truly commendable. You and your team have set a standard for excellence that we all aspire to." Henry accepted the praise humbly, feeling a mixture of pride and gratitude. The recognition was appreciated, but he was more relieved that the criminals had been brought to justice and that Emily Prescott was safe. Emily's new beginning. Emily Prescott, now free from the shadow of fear that had loomed over her, began rebuilding her life. She decided to continue her work as a journalist, using her experience to advocate for greater transparency and accountability in business practices. Her story became an inspiration to many, and she was often invited to speak at events and conferences on investigative journalism and corporate ethics. One afternoon, Emily visited Henry at the precinct. She wanted to express her gratitude one last time and share her plans for the future. "Detective Turner," Emily began, "I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Your determination saved my life and exposed a massive criminal network. I've decided to dedicate my career to uncovering the truth and fighting corruption, just as you do every day." Henry smiled, feeling a deep sense of satisfaction. "You're brave, Emily. The world needs more people like you, who aren't afraid to stand up for what's right." Internal changes. The case had highlighted the need for better coordination and more resources within the police department. Chief Harris initiated several reforms aimed at improving investigative procedures and providing additional support for officers working on complex cases. These changes were designed to ensure that the department could respond more effectively to similar challenges in the future. Henry was also promoted to a senior detective position, recognizing his leadership and success in cracking the case. The promotion came with new responsibilities, but Henry was ready to take them on, determined to continue making a difference. Personal reflections. Despite the positive outcomes, Henry couldn't help but reflect on the personal toll the case had taken. The long hours, constant danger, and emotional strain had been significant. He realized the importance of balancing his dedication to his work with taking care of his own well-being. He began to spend more time with his family and friends, understanding that these relationships were crucial for maintaining his mental and emotional health. He also took up a few hobbies that he had neglected, finding solace in activities that allowed him to unwind and recharge moving forward. As the months passed, the city began to forget the turmoil brought by Charles Montgomery's criminal activities. But for Henry Turner, Each day was a reminder of the fragility of justice and the importance of vigilance. He continued to work tirelessly, driven by a renewed sense of purpose and commitment. One evening, as he was leaving the precinct, Henry received a call about a new case. A prominent business figure had gone missing under suspicious circumstances. As he listened to the details, he felt a familiar surge of determination. "Looks like we're back to it," he muttered to himself, grabbing his coat and heading out the door. Detective Henry Turner knew that the fight against crime was never ending. But he also knew that with each case he solved, he was making the city a safer place. And for him, that was the greatest reward of all.